Go where you want. Go. Or go where you need. Where you want. Where you want.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Got Next Gaming and some Madden 19 here. Bringing it back to the channel. I'm going to try to do it the way we used to, old style, where we kind of edit and do the highlights of the game. We're going to start up a new franchise. Of course, it's New York Jets. That's what I do. That's what I play. That's my team. And we're going to do owner mode here as we jump into this and try to discuss a little bit of the expectations for this. Like I said, so it's going to be mostly like highlights. I'm going to try to play the team the way it comes on paper. It is preseason, so it's going to be hard to kind of judge how the team's going to shape out as the regular season starts. But we're starting with the preseason roster. We're going to play just kind of sim right through the preseason. I'm not really going to play that, and we're just going to roll with what we have at the end of that and let the computer, the AI, make the cuts and changes that it feels like it needs to make. As far as that goes, I'm not going to get too deep into all of that, but we're going to go in here and we're going to make ourselves our financial mogul. Name him me, of course, John Russo. That's my real name. And we're going to start our season and get things rolling here. Super excited about this. Game is looking really good. I did play it already. A couple exhibition games. Actually started another franchise just to kind of get into the feel of it and see what I would like about it. And the graphics are actually better, believe it or not. And I didn't think that was possible. But they get better and better every year somehow. They make it crisper and they add all those little details to it. So we are in preseason. We're going to go ahead and kind of skip ahead. But before we do that, let's talk about the team. Let's see what we got here and what they have to offer. So initial looks here, it's a 74 overall. We are a 71 offense, 81 defense. We know that the defense is going to be the strong part of this team. The offense definitely needs some help. McCown right now is our starter. We do have Darnold down there, who is the third stringer at 75 overall, so he's not far off. Maybe a season before he gets actually into the game. Maybe you guys let me know. Be a little interactive. Would you rather me start Darnold here and just play with him instead of McCown? I do play the first game in this video, and I do play with McCown. I'll let you know right now. But there may be a change in order. So we take a look at the defense, and this defense is pretty solid from what I can tell, and I really like the pieces that I'm seeing here. There may be a couple of changes that I do want to make along the way. Looking here at the special teams, nothing really crazy. Santos and Edwards are your kickers and punters, and then the other players that kind of fill in the spots. Here's a new aspect of the game where they kind of add in the specialists, and this kind of gives a little bit of a change to the depth chart. They do have like the slot corner already set up and the slot wide receiver, the third running back, the rushing end, and like the rushing defensive tackle, as well as the power back and the third down back, and then the substitute linebacker as well. I really like what they've added here as far as this goes, where it's kind of like you can build your packages and not have to worry about making so many substitutions. I am terrible at that aspect of the game. When it comes to trying to make substitutions, I just can't grasp it. It moves too fast for me. I'm too old for that junk right now. You know, I mean, it's just one of those things. When I was younger, it was one thing. I used to be able to click around all the buttons and kind of get myself all set up before pre-snap, and I just don't have it in me to do that anymore. And maybe just call it laziness. But we do take a look at free agency because there are some issues to address. A lot of them, especially on the offensive line. Offensive line has been a weak point of the Jets for quite some time now. I kind of feel like since Ferguson and Mangold have left the team, we've just kind of had this unbalance on the offensive line. Richie Incognito, not a fan favorite off the field. Kind of like, you know, not a guy that I would want to deal with the issues that he kind of brings to the table if it was real life. But this is Madden, and that kind of stuff does not translate to the team and the play. So not yet anyway, maybe down the road. But we're going to go ahead and sign him because he's an 85, and that is a significant upgrade over what we have. And I would like to get a little protection on that left side of the line for my quarterback. That's the blind side, and we definitely want a player of his caliber in there. Even if he's 35, it'll probably be only for 1 year. We're going to go ahead and probably work on building the offensive line after that. But we are also going to go pick up Julius Thomas because he is a huge upgrade as well over the tight ends that we have. I mean, we have Jordan Leggett. He doesn't really progress much, and we have Walford, who would probably be the starter if we didn't go ahead and go get Julius Thomas. But how do you pass up a talent like his? Again, a little on the older side, but definitely somebody you want to pick up because he's going to probably be a difference maker for this team going forward, and I kind of feel like that's a necessary move to make. So we kind of take a quick look here. We can see they kind of fit right into place right away and take over their new starting jobs in their positions. Let's jump into game one here against the Lions. They're a 79 overall. We are now a 76, so we've bumped that up a little bit as well. I like the new starting screens here, the presentation stuff looking much better here. You can see the wide receiver comparisons and stuff like that, and the safety comparisons, and then there's also one for the defensive line, defensive end comparisons here. This is kind of cute, good stuff that it adds to the aspect of the game and kind of gives you a little bit something nice to look at as you start up and see what you're up against. You know how they match up, so to speak, and we're going to see some more of their presentation stuff here as I start the game. And I always like looking at this the first time. It's not something I'm going to show every single time I do a video, of course not, but I like looking at this aspect of it to see the changes that they make to kind of keep it fresh and keep it interesting and keep you engaged in it, which is kind of big to me. And they really add a nice presentation aspect to the game when they do that. Now we're going to go rolling here into the actual game. We're going to see Matthew Stafford as the Lions get the ball first. You can see his stats, 98 throwing power, quite the arm on that young man who's like 30 years old now, I believe. He's been in the league for quite some time, 9 or 10 years or something like that. Anyway, first possession, first play, first drive. Let's take a look and see what they decide to do here on first down and 10 from the 25. And Stafford's going to hand it off to LeGarrette Blount, and he's going to be stopped right away. Probably picks up only a yard or two. Yep, a yard, so it'll be second down and 9 there. And we'll go ahead and see their starting lineup as we take a look and see what their offensive line looks like, as well as their receivers and backs. It's Golden Tate out there, Marvin Jones Jr. Got some speed for sure out there. They're going to hand it off again, and the defense this time is going to stop them. That was a first down and 10. They did get the first down, but we show some moxie there as we stop them for a loss of a yard. And we're going to look at third down and 12 now as we skip a play. And Stafford's going to look to throw, see if he can convert, and he does, making the completion there to, I believe that was Golden Tate, and they do move the chain. So now we'll see the Jets starting here. Henry Anderson out there on the right, and then we got Jenkins, Williamson's Lee, and Malden is in there as well. You can see that secondary looks pretty strong from what I can tell. I like the way the secondary looks for this team, and I think it's going to be a strong point of this unit. Anyway, it goes to throw again, and it makes a diving catch. Unbelievable. I saw that a couple times in this game, and it's one of the things of Madden 19. I think it's going to be that thing for Madden 19. Like, every year there seems to be a thing, and there was quite a few of those kind of dives where they make the catch, and I was not thrilled by it, but whatever. We do eventually stop them. They get the field goal. Now we're going in. Here's Josh McCown as he steps in. He's like a 93-year veteran or something like that, right? I think it's like his 93rd year in the league or something crazy. He's been around forever. Actually, it's 17 years, but yeah, he's been around for quite some time, so he's definitely a veteran. We're going to hand it off, like we always do to start the game, to Bilal Powell. He's kind of our starting running back now, and we'll take that. He kind of splits the duty with Crowell, and we'll see him as well. There's the first throw, and McCall almost throws an interception, and it'll be now third down and 1. Let's see if we can convert here. Gets under center again. We got curse in motion from the 50, looking to get into enemy territory, and we do. And there's our boy, Julius Thomas, takes it all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Nice run after the catch there. We're going to throw. We're going to hit a new one on the crossing route there, bringing it down to the 1-yard line as we are knocking on the door of the end zone here for the Detroit Lions. And this offense is looking okay for the most part. Not super sharp, but okay to start things off here. Not a bad deal. We're going to get Robbie Anderson in the middle there on the slant, going into the end zone for the touchdown. Jets, Jets, touchdown, Robbie Anderson. We'll take that to start the game. Makes it 6-3 for us, and we take a look at some of the replays here, and the Detroit coach, I forget his name, and yep, we'll see the replay, and he makes that catch in between the defenders. Nice throw there. He had to reach out for it a little bit. We kind of threw it away from the defender on purpose just to make sure he could make it. But here we never really show the extra point, but in this case we had to because they blocked it. I could not believe how easily and quickly he got in there to block that kick, so it'll be 6-3, and that's the deal. A little later on here, more highlights. 3 seconds left to go in the half. Detroit's down on the 32. They have a field goal opportunity. They're going to put it up, and they're going to tie it up here going into halftime. Not much going on back and forth, but they did finally seem to drive down towards the end there enough to get the field goal and tie the score at 6 here going into the half again. So Definitely some work to do. The running game is non-existent in this one. The defenses are just shutting it down all the way across the board for either team. So it looks like it's going to be a passing game, if anything, here. So we're going to take off here now in the third quarter. The Jets had the ball first, did nothing with it. And here goes Matthew Stafford down. We get double coverage down there. But Marvin Jones gets into the end zone, makes the catch as it comes over his shoulder. 56-yard touchdown. We had two guys down there, Wilcox and Tremaine Johnson. I don't know what is going on there. I thought Tremaine Johnson was supposed to be a good man-to-man coverage guy, but he was kind of like way outside this play. He had a couple steps on him. He either must have juked him out of his shoes or something, but he was not even near that play, and he probably should have been. And the help from the safety did not go over well there as they get the nice one-pass strike for the touchdown to go up 13-6. So now we're going to take over, and their defense is doing the work too, bringing down Josh McCown for the sack and a second down and 18. We're going to see the very next play here. A little bit of a highlight here as we get some promising stuff here as Robbie Anderson makes a nice catch. Doesn't quite get the first down, and the Jets will not convert after that as well. But just kind of quick highlight to show what kind of weapons we do have here. So second down and 7 now for Detroit. And the Jets defense is trying to do the work. He's looking to throw. Throws, and he hits the guy. But no, he drops the ball. So the Jets make the stop there. Here's a third down and 5. And McCown looking to throw. Again, hits Julius Thomas on that out route. And he gets some nice gain on that down to the 15-yard line. We are into the red zone here now and getting ready to score once again. Hopefully we can make that happen here as we take a look and throw. Drops back to throw, and he's looking, has plenty of time, throws over the middle, and there's that diving catch again. And that's Quincy Enunwa, who's back from injury, and he makes the catch there. Jets, Jets, touchdown, Quincy Enunwa. And we are now here all tied up at 13 all. We will get the extra point this time around, but this is what I'm talking about, like these diving catches. There's quite a few of them in this game, actually. I didn't show all of them. I probably should have just showed all of those and nothing else, because they were just so many of them. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, this is going to be the Madden thing. I'm just going to dive and make the catch. But that's fine. Anyway, here we have our little meltdown. That play, he had plenty of time to throw. He did have a guy who was coming open, and I hit the wrong button. Completely my fault. First interception of the game. Probably shouldn't have been the first one, but it's definitely the first one, so we implode on that one. But the Jets defense here goes and does the work. They had great field position. Could have at least gone for the field goal, but we completely stop him here, and then we chase him down, and we sack Matthew Stafford all the way back there at the 45, pushing him out of field goal range, and they have to punt the ball on a 4th down and 19. So now here we have our chance again. We're going to look to throw. There's a flag on the play, and we go and throw, and he underthrows the guy. Should have thrown it over on a touch, but he throws another pick. I throw picks all the time. This was my second one with under 2 minutes left to play, and that kind of just seals the deal right there. 3rd down and 10. The Jets defense, again, stepping up and doing their job and holding him to just a field goal. Definitely giving us an opportunity here, but with 41 seconds left to play, there is not much we're going to be able to do here, but we're going to definitely give it a shot. They get their field goal opportunity here. This is pretty much a chip shot, as it should be, from the 18-yard line, and he puts it up, and it does go through. They take a 16-13 lead here, based solely on my implosion. First hitting the wrong button, which was a completely like brain fart move, and then the interception as I underthrew the ball and threw the wrong type of pass. Here we're going to take a couple of shots down the field with some of the Hail Mary passes and stuff like that. We are going to hit Robbie Anderson here on a go route, and he does make the catch and gets down there pretty good. Does give us an opportunity to get in there. We don't get quite close enough for the field goal. As we look here, we're just looking to get this ball off and down, and that's going to do it right there as we throw up the Hail Mary with seconds left. And that's going to be the end of the game, folks. And we dropped this one 16-13. Again, completely my fault. There's that diving catch. And it's just one of those things. I was beating myself up for quite some time after that to try to get it to work. You can see there the stats, 46% completion rate. Not going to work. That's why I'm asking you guys. You want to see Darnold? I'll throw him in there, see what happens with that, and try to get things rolling for sure. But we're definitely going to go make another upgrade to this team. It's not an offensive upgrade. That's kind of where we need the upgrade more than anything else. But I was looking through free agency, and I found Cliff Avril, again, older, but he's 82, and he's a speed rusher. I feel like we need a little bit more pressure from the defensive line there to get into the backfield, and I went for a speed rusher to kind of increase that and help it out. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one, folks. Thank you for stopping by, and welcome back to Madden 19 and the New York Jets series here on Got Next Gaming. I hope to bring this as much as I possibly can. I will see you around the channel. Bye-bye now.